Hi folks, Dick Moran here with Consumers First Mortgage, bringing you another Consumer's Moment. If you'll pardon me, I'm going to refer to some notes as I speak to you about something that's very, very important to all of us. It's that concept I mentioned in the last video, the QRM, or Qualified Residential Mortgage, now also known as QM, or Qualified Mortgage. That's under Section 941 of the Dodd-Frank bill. You and I need to pay attention to that, and we need to do something about it now. Between 1997 and 2009, 80% of the mortgages booked and sold to the GSEs, that's Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, didn't have 20% down payment. They were not QRM qualified. It takes on an average 10 years to save the 20% down payment, 3 to 5 years to save a 5% down a 10% down payment, and 3 years to save a 5% down payment. We're stalling our recovery if we think that this QRM notion is anything but bad for our industry. The Fed chief, Ben Bernanke, said recently that the housing woes that we're suffering today's housing woes, and I know many of you will remember what it felt like between late February and just a few weeks ago when the phones went quiet and the doors didn't seem to open. Well, Bernanke says those woes were caused by tightened underwriting guidelines that exist in the market today. Well, what do you think a QRM is going to do for our industry? It's going to stop it on its nose, and we'll have nothing to do, no sales and no business. Listen to this. The National Association of Realtors says that 83% of first-time home buyers didn't have 20% down, and 74% of every home sale is sold with less than 20% down. We're fortunate in the southern coast of Maine to have a little bit of an insulator from the rest of the country. But I can assure you that if we don't do something about the QRM now and kick it out of the 941 section of the Dodd-Frank bill, we're going to end up with less move-up buyers, second home buyers, and those folks who have come in here and made our real estate market here in Maine quite as comfortable as it has been. Call Senator Snow, Senator Collins, Congressman Michaud and Pingree now. Snow's office is 202-224-5344. Collins' office is 202-224-2523. Michaud at 202-225-6306. And Pingree's office is 202-225-6116. I've been calling on them for 8 years or more, and every time I go to Washington, they tell me something very, very interesting. They say when the phone rings and they see an area code 207 on their caller ID, they pay very close attention to what that says. Their area code in Washington is 202, not so important. 207 makes them stand up and pay attention. So call today. Tell them how displeased you are with the QRM concept and how it should be removed from Section 941 of the Dodd-Frank bill. Follow that up with an email to each of them. The written word is as powerful, if not more powerful, than the spoken word. They need to hear from you because at this point they're all sitting there wondering, gee, should I or shouldn't I? Without words from our state of Maine, the folks in Washington fail to act. This is just another concept I'd like you to think about. The QRM will stand us on our nose. We will stop in our tracks, and the recovery in the real estate market, which is in direct correlation to the recovery of our national economy, will stop as well. Make that call, send that email today. It doesn't hurt, and they do listen. Thanks again for doing business with Consumers First Mortgage, and hope to hear from you soon.